Alright, hello everyone. My name is Jimmyboi. I've also got Softman25 on the couch for me.
Yo.
We're doing Grand Theft Auto. Well, I'm doing Grand Theft Auto Vice City. He's just sitting there and talking. Time starts when I start new game. So I will 3, 2, 1, go.
Whoa. And while we're in opening cutscene, did the incentive get met?
It
For Vice City?
did.
It did?
All right.
Awesome. Sweet.
Jesus, I've got to do something.
you gotta move the mouse.
I've got to move the mouse. Oh no, I've got to have F1 as well, right? Or F2.
No, I'll set that up for
Oh,
you.
okay.
That's
Thank
okay.
you.
So, unfortunately, because we're in a marathon setting, you don't get to hear some absolutely banging tunes. Right now, Billie Jean would be playing by Michael Jackson, so you guys can just imagine it. You know, that just absolutely epic bass line playing. So there's a small timer here that's like a small optimization for a later part in the run, where if I get into the hotel before, I think it's 1:42 or 44, I skip a cutscene that helps me sequence break a cutscene later. I have lost my scooter, so I'm just going to take this guy's. There it is. I just sort of jumped off and then lost it. So we're about to do some absolute shenanigans with the game's engine. With the PC version, this game has replays. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to create a replay, and then I'm going to death warp to the hospital. So what the replay does is it puts me into the rampage, and in doing that, when I'm on another mission, some other shenanigans can happen where timers happen.
Ooh.
Okay, I didn't get 10% in. I didn't get 10% in. So there's a 10% chance there that the ambulance can be locked. And if that happens, I have to find a taxi.
No, there's like 15 right there.
Yeah,
so
but when it happens, I can't find any taxis. So I'm going to load the replay here. Jump out, and see how it has the timer there. I'm now on mission whilst on a mission. Softman's probably better explaining it than I am.
Yes, the easiest way to think about it is like it's binary. It's either 0 or 1. You're either on a mission or you're not. And the game doesn't handle both states very well. So it basically says, okay, you did this, set the flag to 1. Okay, you did this, set the flag to 0. And there's no real compensation for, oh, you're on a mission twice. Because obviously in general terms, you shouldn't be able to start the mission twice. So what's happening is Jimmy's firing off, getting on 2 missions, but then fires the flag to say, hey, make it 0. Because when you're not on a mission, you can accept missions. But obviously when another mission ends, that flag is also fired to say, hey, make it 0. And we'll be doing some shenanigans with that in about 1 minute and 0 seconds.
Yeah. So now I'm just escorting Mercedes to pole position. Anyone who's been outside in studio will get the joke. But yeah, it's basically from here, it's just trying to get to the next mission before the timer ends. And I'm actually making surprisingly really good time for how much my hands are shaking.
So yeah, so it is very important in this early game. Early game's probably one of the spookier parts of the run, primarily because we're on these timers, and if Jimmy doesn't make these timers, we are in some trouble. Fortunately, they're reasonably, like, once you get practiced at the game, they're pretty lenient. But, if you get some bad traffic and just get absolutely yeeted into the river or, so forth, there's, as said, shenanigans. So you'll notice here that Jimmy's currently on the mission, back alley brawl, but the rampage is about to end. And you'll notice that when the rampage ends, that all the mission markers appear. So now we can save and take missions, but we're still doing back alley brawl.
And the optimal strat here is to get to the club here before the timer ends. But a funny thing that happens, because the timer ended, I'm now in the club. If I exit the club, I'm now in the club again, and I have to exit the club again.
So hang on, you're in the club.
I'm in the club.
No, you're out of the club.
No, I'm out
Pay
of the
attention.
So now I'm going to go and use a trope that best describes Grand Theft Auto. I'm just going to pick up a gun that's on the beach. Just casual Florida things. I'm going to now have a chat to the chef over here. We're just going to... It was a really good chat, and I'm going to pick up his phone.
So that skips a cutscene, very slow cutscene. So here's Lance Vance. We'll be seeing a lot of Lance Vance. He's another Florida moment. He's just pulled out 2 guns and given us one. So we're starting that rampage again. So now this is where the On Mission Zero, as it's called. I think it's still called that in Vice City.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So the On Mission Zero, this is where we're actually going to do something with it. All the On Mission Zero so far has actually just been setting up for this, as opposed to actually doing anything funny. So if we need to complete the mission and then actually get back to Ken Rosenberg's office before this timer runs out and with some time to spare, because we've got to take a phone call, and that will take a while.
I'm sort of giving myself as much time as possible to get these done, just because I don't want to miss these timers, because some absolute... I will be quite crestfallen. It's a really good word I like to use.
Crestfallen's a great word.
It's a great word. So that cutscene thing here, now that the cutscene for the intro of the game is playing, I can actually break out of this cutscene early and just start running towards a car that's probably going to be up there.
That's unfortunate.
That's all good. So I'm gonna just gonna commandeer this vehicle here. There is a strat where you can get a car on the side of the road, but that, especially in a marathon setting, that kind of scares me because the car alarm can go off, and if I get within a certain amount of radius to the police officer there, star will spawn. And it means that I can't take this phone call here because I'm a wanted man.
Yeah. And as everyone knows, if you're wanted by the police, your phone actually stops ringing.
Yeah. So there's 3 timers that I have to either hit here. It's either 7, 5, or 3. I should be able to do 7 here. Yeah,
easy.
Cool. So I'm going to leave this mission's cutscene and walk back into the mission, which is going to start the cutscene again, which is going to spawn the mission again, because the actual mission is we're supposed to go beat up these 2 cars, but because we've started 2 instances of the mission, both cars will spawn on top of each other, and they will just explode, and that do all the damage that we're supposed to do. So, yeah, this happens twice, and the mission's passed.
This is just over, yeah. Yeah, and all that was possible because of all that on mission, all that shenanigans that went on earlier with the rampage and the replay and so forth. That's now made this possible because we were able to start the mission and then not be on a mission and start the mission again. And in some missions that's useful, and in some missions that's just not. So that's why we're not just going around and just doing that all the time.
Yeah.
In like San Andreas, when you do that and you start a mission twice, you actually get like 2 completions of a mission, but I don't think that happens here in Vice City. I don't think you get double completion. So in San Andreas, that's also used to like skip missions, because if you complete a mission twice, you're now on the next mission after that, and if it's a really long, annoying mission, that's good to skip. But in this, it's just used, as far as I'm aware at least, for just making missions easier or quicker due to... no. That's fine, you got fire.
Yeah. So there was a bit of optimization there where if I shoot, then crouch, then shoot, then uncrouch, it's way quicker than if I just shoot. I believe there's tech like that in San Andreas, but it's slightly different.
Yeah, I think it's also far less useful to use the shotgun a lot less.
No, I just got that like really early, but that's okay.
That's fine.
So this is just law, you know. We're at his party.
We were.
He's going to say, come meet us at the boat, and we're immediately going to be at the boat. There's a couple of times where I do that, where I think it'd be really spooky for an NPC to be like, can you come meet me here? And I'm like, yep, and then I walk in.
The boat's also just a nice place to be because there's this lovely motorcycle here. Motorcycles in this game are just very fast, but Tommy Vassetti also will fly to heaven if you even so much as graze another vehicle or a wall or anything. So it is like, it's fast but very risky. So like, Jimmy's making it look very easy, the whole not crashing thing. But no, it is actually quite difficult to avoid all the traffic and so forth.
That one always gets me.
I'll be honest, I was waiting as I said that for him to just absolutely yeet himself into a wall. No question.
Yeah, there's a lot of moments there, which is it's surprising. With Definitive Edition, they went the entirely opposite route, where if you're on a motorcycle, it is nigh impossible to launch yourself off, which is great. So I just made another replay over a mission objective, and then I'm just going to sort of jump out there.
That'll come in handy later.
Yeah, that'll come in handy later. So there's going to be a gun that spawns there, and if I pick up that gun, I just get teleported to the gun. Yeah, there's several different kinds of replays that get made in this game. After we use this, the gun run, I don't know where I'm going. Yeah, sorry, I thought I was on Guardian Angels for a second.
Treacherous.
I was talking about Guardian Angels, so it just sort of went to the brain. So, yeah, there's a closed replay which we'll make after we use the gun item replay. But yeah, I'll talk about that then. This one's an interesting mission. We're supposed to chase him around and get him with a chainsaw, but if we tap sprint, we can just get to him immediately.
There we go.
And he's just gone.
It's a Gonzalez moment.
Yeah. So now we're just doing a bit of routing here to get back to the boat. We're going to take this star here, because the game is really interesting in the way that it handles stars. If you're on one star and just don't commit crime for like, I think it's like a minute and a half, the police just forget about you. Now here I'm going to go slow because the geometry of that road can be quite treacherous, and I've died too many times there. I've been busted, I've died. It's just not a good time. So we should be passing the mission around here, I think.
So the game actually wanted us to go use the pay and spray. So this is supposed to be like the pay and spray tutorial, but that's slow. So the game is not actually checking to see whether you've used the pay and spray. It's only actually checking, have you cleared your wanted level?
There we go. Okay,
and we've made that, so that's okay.
Oh,
so,
okay.
no,
There's been several times where I've hit that and then just gone straight in the water, and then it's just game over, man.
Yeah, that would be big problems.
I don't think I have a backup save for this point in the game, because I'm like, yeah, I'm usually pretty good up until Guardian Angels. So yeah, this is Mole Shootout. It's still like within the split. It's still part of Treacherous Swine. I don't know why that's done. It might just be something to do with the auto splitter. But yeah, so we're going to go execute a Frenchman at the mall. And that's pretty much the entire mission. And then just get back to the boat. They don't care that you've got a wanted level. Yeah.
Also, the French Special Forces are here for reasons.
Yeah, just don't worry about it.
Yeah, we'll ignore literally all of them.
So yeah, we're just going to jump down here, do a jump cancel, and then just chase after him.
Yeah, this game's actually quite good at just escalating very quickly. It's just like the first thing you're doing is just like, being part of the mob, and now the French Special Forces are here.
So the way the mission's supposed to be completed is you're supposed to have a gun, but because of Treacherous Swine, we just have a chainsaw, and the chainsaw is like way OP. Like it does so much damage. Like it's pretty much just a one. No!
Alright, so let's just pretend that mission completed.
Yeah,
because next is
I'm
Angels,
here.
right?
Yeah, but
you can rig a chainsaw from...
No, I won't get a chainsaw.
You can get a pistol.
Yeah, I can do it with a pistol.
Alright, this should be fine then.
Yeah, trust me. I'm a professional.
Or you can do the ASM GTA strategy.
But Jump Jet doesn't work, Softman. The JP version doesn't have the English cheats.
That's alright.
So phone calls can be skipped by just like going to jump in a car.
Yeah, and it's noteworthy. Like sometimes we want to take phone calls, and sometimes we just really don't want to take phone calls because we want to take them later when it's more convenient for us.
Yeah, I'm hoping I haven't messed up like the phone call cycle there.
I don't think so.
I don't.
You should be fine.
Think so. I mean, if anything happens, I'll just load Guardian Angel, save them. It's just the GTA curse, I guess.
Yeah, so for context, similar to other GTA games in the franchise, when you start dying, the problem isn't losing the mission progress, it's the everything else. It's the weapons you were saving up, it's potentially glitches you were hoarding, and so on and so forth. It can become very problematic very quickly. Which is why we have safety saves. Nice.
Oh!
Whoa, I'm surprised you didn't.
Tommy is just like sticking on the bike today.
Yeah,
like, thank you, but like, You're making us look like idiots, Tommy. Okay, we're going to slow down here.
Yes, nice. And there we go.
Nice and slow.
All right.
Whoa.
That looked a bit worrisome.
That looked a bit worrisome, but... Okay, so now we're going to just go into the mission marker here. And yeah, we completed the mission with the chainsaw.
Yeah, definitely. Wait, are you going to be in trouble for... No, you should be fine.
There's like some Guardian Angel stuff. So I'm going to use this gun replay and just teleport there. Yeah, I should be right. There's like a moment I use for... rub out, no.
You can just go around and shoot him, it's fine.
I
sorted it.
Yeah.
Routing solved. Because the route does assume we still have that chainsaw and we may have needed that later, but she'll be right.
I mean, it's one of those things where, like, after this, I can just load the save.
No need. This actually that Jimmy just did, that little, like, bump over, that is a lot that is a lot more finicky than... Yeah, English. It's a lot more finicky than it looks, because if you have too much of a lean angle, you just crash, and if you don't have enough, you just... crash into the wall, your bike stays in the garage, and then you fly over. And that's also bad.
Yeah, it's a good time.
It's a bit tough, but Jimmy's been getting some very good little garage exits.
The first one's like way easier. I don't know what it is about that second one there. It just makes it so annoying. But yeah.
Pythagorean angles.
So there is a strat in the regular run where I'd have to go get grenades, but... I could just get them from an ammunition later. It can it's really finicky in the way that you angle your camera. So if I angle my camera the wrong way, it'll just fail the mission, and I just don't want to risk that today. So I'm just going to just chill out here. This mission's basically an auto scroller, so if you have any donations or messages, now would probably be the best time.
Absolutely. We do have a $40 donation from... I'm going to butcher this name. Lunef? I'm going to go with Lunef. This run is straight bullin'. Thank you very much for your donation.
Yeah.
I know that guy. Good guy.
Yeah, so, yeah, all we're doing here is we're just killing a bunch of gang members, making sure that no one really dies, picking up a lot of ammo. That is, like, one of the best parts about this. I also just got shot by the gang member there, so I'm probably going to try and not stand in front of them anymore. So this is where I'd usually use the chainsaw, but if I just sort of preempt them here, it's sort of fine.
Yes.
That's not
It's not fine.
But that's the thing, like here,
Alright.
like there's so much ammo just sitting around that it's like not a huge issue. So just going to pull a sneaky on them there and just blow up their car.
So we're going to go for a strat in a sec right here, where if we're in a replay and also in a cutscene, it's similar to earlier, where we've got two things happen at once. We'll get control. Looks like we got it. Nice. So because we're going to have control, Jimmy's going to run over and we got to kill this guy, and he's going to be driving away on his bike. Wait, what? Surely. No.
Oh, I did. I just went the wrong way, I guess.
All right, never mind. So forget everything I said.
Yeah. Well, usually I'd run across and just sort of shoot him whilst he's on the bike in the cutscene, thus just ending the mission. But instead, I've just got to chase him, which is also as comical. Like, they're very weak.
I think that guy's programmed to just die in one shot. Yeah. Like on purpose, because they don't want you chasing him for too long. I think you can technically Ruger him if you're like really
So I'm going to do
really on point. But
the same thing here, so that I can run through the cutscene there. So this sort of skips... Oh, it didn't work. Okay. But usually it sort of... It removes the wait for when he asks where Lance is. But...
Oh. Okay. I mean, that's inevitable. I mean, he's been sticking on so well.
Yeah. Just any sort of rock on the ground. But so we're going to do the... I think it's like the first real glitch in the any % run, and it's called gate zip. So this game doesn't like it when you clip out of bounds, like most games, but a lot more games are forgiving. But if I jam myself up into the gate here and then get off my bike, I just teleport to the other side there.
Yeah, so the game, my understanding, although I'm probably going to butcher this, my understanding is it tries to put you like a known safe point, and generally speaking, most islands will have, yep, you're out of bounds, go here. And in this particular instance, you happen to be out of bounds in a well enough point that it puts you on the island you actually want to be. And that just skipped having to listen to that cutscene, because, as that gate was locked. Now it's unlocked, by the way, but we didn't want to have to wait for the phone call, because that's slow and boring. So.
And also, I did another bit of tech there, where if you scope as you take a phone call, you can change weapons, which means you can sprint as well during the phone call, and it just gets you there quicker. Now this is the chase. This is another. This mission has evolved.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's wild.
The essential tech is sort of the same, but more discoveries have made it way more optimal.
Consistent.
And consistent. He said the bad word. Oh no.
Oh no.
So I'm gonna run up here. Also, shout out to Harp Seal 2, the seal in the window. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run up here, and because Tommy, when I tap sprint, runs so fast, I can just outrun this guy and get to the end. But like what I did with the motorcycle at the end there, I can use my clothes replay to move in the cutscene and jack the driver that this man is trying to get in the car with. So I'm going to jump down here. When he gets here, I'm going to use the replay, and I'm going to get into the car that he is getting into, essentially skipping the whole chase sequence because I'm just in the car.
Yeah, and then we've got to do a little get out and get in, otherwise the passenger sort of realizes something's wrong and then tries to jack you, I think.
Yeah, he pushes you out of the car, and I've had one where he hasn't pushed me out of the car, he's phased inside of me, and the route has gone normally. Yeah. It was super weird, and I had to get out and get back in.
Yeah, also if you take the wrong route while you're in the car, the game realizes something's gone wrong, and it's just actually, you know what? We'll drive from here. And obviously the game driving is much slower than Jimmy driving, because Jimmy's going to try and go fast, and the game's just going to go at this weird pace.
I'm also going to grab this health here, just consistency. So another thing here is this vehicle, because it's a mission vehicle, has the heavy property, which means I can just sort of go over here and just sort of jump in the ocean. And like the gate zip, it's going to be oh no, you're out of bounds. We're going to respawn you somewhere that is safe. And that is across the barrier onto the other island. And we're going to go jack a helicopter, because helicopters are way faster because they don't conform to roads.
Well, you could make them conform to roads.
You can.
Good.
You can. I'd probably suggest against it.
I wouldn't, but you can.
So yeah, we're just going to get in this helicopter and go back to the mansion.
Again, another situation where we've got a phone call there, but we don't want to take it because it's just inconvenient to us. Basically, they can wait.
Yeah. We are going to glitch that phone call when we get to the mansion, because we're going to go grab the sniper rifle in the maze, which... there's a fun fact about that maze. In the definitive edition, they just ruined the fact that it's a maze by putting the maze on the map. Yeah. So you can just navigate it using the map. Whereas when we're in it here, it's just a big green square. Now this helicopter, when I first started to learn this game, was hell to control. But sort of once you get used to how the physics of it works, it can be really good.
Yeah, and it's a sort of similar...
Good!
It's a sort of similar theory. Obviously, it's a far different control scheme in a literal sense, but...
I didn't ruin the phone call.
Oh, very good.
Very good. I was so scared that wasn't going to be sunny, and I was going to be very upset. So yeah, we're just going to grab that. See how it's the big green square on the little mini-map there?
It offers a bit of mystery.
Yeah. You sort of get to the end of the maze and go, oh wow, a sniper rifle.
Yeah.
So yeah, we just got there pretty much exactly on time. So this is the first of the auto scholars that I'll get Softman to do. So I'm going to set up a glitch first. I'm going to use the clothes replay, because with the miniguns, there's a pretty peculiar situation that happens where if I use a clothes replay and then hit the aim button, Tommy is just sort of chilling. And instead of it being a pea shooter like it usually is, it shoots one round every frame. Which makes it a lot easier. So I'm going to give Softman the mouse here.
Christ, how do you play with this sensitivity?
It's fine. It does the job.
No, it doesn't.
Just shoot them, bro. Just
shoot
tap
them, bro.
heads.
Ah, just tap heads. This is horrific.
It's not that bad.
You gotta also remember I found like 700 DPI.
This is on 800 DPI.
What?
It's just in-game sense.
Oh yeah, in-game sense. Yeah, see, I usually turn it down so it's like a slug.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
So Softman has seen this before, so he sort of knows where he needs to shoot. So he needs to take out all these guys. And don't forget the barrels as well.
Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, what we
Because
got?
after this mission,
That's right.
they can shoot through walls, and they can shoot the barrels and kill you instantly. And that is not good. Yeah, as long as it's moving,
Yeah, I got enough.
you've killed everyone.
Yeah, I was just making sure I didn't miss a barrel.
Oh, I can crouch for you if you'd like as well.
That's right.
Makes it a little easier. Now you got it over on the right here.
That's right, the barrel.
Yeah,
I forgot.
barrel.
Yeah,
and
so
then there's people in the tennis court as well.
Yeah, so the barrel. If you don't kill the barrel, the game's just like, yeah, no, actually, you know what? Wait, I can't even see him.
Yeah, there he is.
No, okay, cool. I think
there he is. No, he's still there.
he's still there. Wait,
But
oh, there he is, guys.
You have to shoot the barrel because there's a guy behind like the bungalow thing. He's saying it's not cheap to fix, yet they've taken multiple rounds to the helicopter and it is lost probably a sixth of its health.
And they've also fired probably like the entire US Army's worth of M60 rounds
Just on the Gatling gun.
in about 4 seconds. So now we gotta. This guy's like, yeah, let's go, and you just sort of shoot him once.
And there we go.
There we go.
So that was the first
done.
auto-scroller.
We
So
didn't fail.
I'm going to jump out of this helicopter and Tommy's just going to be... Oh, this can take a second. Come on, Tommy. Get off the helicopter, mate. You got... There we go.
Get out of the
So
helicopter.
Tommy's just going to be a massive Chad and just run past everyone in the house shooting at him.
And we'll take 1 hit. Not bad.
Yeah, not bad. That was fairly good.
And then the game's quite convenient because it's just like, instead of having to like escape or like shoot your way out, everyone's just like, oh, you got the okay, very good, have a nice day, and you just get picked up and that's it.
But yeah, next up we've got, I think it's the fastest boat is the name of the mission.
Yeah.
We are going to go hijack a boat. So we just put our life in extreme danger, and what did we get for that? We got $2 grand. Also, I realized that because I died, the weather has changed.
Ah, yeah.
So now it's raining now. So the weather in this game is on an in-game timer, and usually if you don't die like me, the rain doesn't hit until like pretty much the end of the game. But because if you get busted, wasted, or you save, that advances the in-game timer, and weather can sort of be a bit weird.
Yeah, I think it's like 12 in-game hours, if I remember correctly.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Usually I don't die.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's like you don't really... That's not the sort of thing you learn because you shouldn't do it.
Well,
Oh, no.
Oh, no, we've Austin Powers ourselves.
You're
There we
about
go.
to,
Okay.
oh, okay, alright. He almost got... The Ruger does a lot of damage, by the way. Like, a lot of damage. So there was some danger there.
We have to jump in... We have to drive in with our car because it is now a mission vehicle, which means it will despawn. Mission vehicles don't count to your personal vehicle collection. And if we add too many cars to our vehicle collection, that helicopter that we put at the mission at the mansion actually despawns. Which there is a backup strat for, but obviously
We don't do backups.
Backups are slow.
They're slow. They're for people who couldn't do it right. We don't do any backups. I know why you only got 2,000 for the last mission. It's because of all the ammo you used. He's got to he's got to cover his costs somehow, mate.
They rip it from your paycheck.
Yeah, exactly. Fired about $15 million worth of... Nah, you can get a couple of grand.
So we're just going to take another call here. It's just Cortez telling us how much the French has given him some trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, the short version of that law is like Cortez is big criminal and the French are like, could you please stop being a criminal? Cortez says no, and then they shoot at each other a lot. It's a pretty good TLDR, I think.
So the second half of this mission is the second auto-scroller that I'm going to get Softman to do. where you just go, yeah, it's just again just shoot a bunch of people. There is a stipulation with that he does know that the last boat you don't shoot the driver because Lance is notoriously just bad at driving. So if you shoot the driver, Lance can actually mount the boat in front of you and flip it, killing you both instantly. So
yeah, I mean, basically Lance is just worse than you at basically everything. Like he's going to be the gunner here. And we'll blow up approximately nothing. Like we'll kill approximately 0 enemy goons. Just achieve nothing. Now, funnily enough, we didn't tell you that's because he's not going to see any.
We are faster.
We are very fast. And there's a quick alternate route there.
So I'm going to set up this glitch again, and then it's off to Softman.
Oh. You will have to remind me as soon as that last comes along, because I'm not going to remember. So yeah, in that driving bit, we just took a quick alternate route.
I didn't even know that one could explode.
Everything explodes.
Everything explodes. I think it's that boat ahead of you, so don't touch that one.
Oh, well, I just won't touch it anyway then.
So coming up, there'll be a bunch of people on a pier.
Yep.
They'll die, and then there's also a helicopter that'll come in. If you actually look up, you can actually see the helicopter just hovering before it's like supposed to spawn.
Yeah, so the thing with the Ruger and the glitch is like, it still has an ammo capacity. So you'll notice how I run out of ammo quite quickly. All right, I'm
just try and shoot that guy. There you go. Awesome. So now it's just sort of just chilling until, because there is a point where Lance overtakes the other boat where you can shoot the driver or you can just sort of let it go. It doesn't really matter.
You gotta shoot the driver.
Because as you can see, the gangsters in this game are very smart. They have one person that has the gun on the boat and one person that just has nothing.
And
do not shoot the boat.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Nice. Okay. I'll do another close replay here, which means I can get to the helicopter quickly. If it doesn't work, it doesn't lose a whole lot of time. I got it anyway, which is nice.
Excellent. I think that's it for auto scrolls.
Yeah, I think so.
There we go. I've done my job. Now I can sit back and relax.
So yeah, I got into the helicopter in that cutscene, which meant I got to just let it do its thing when it warms up. So yeah, the original strat is you actually jack the boat there and come over here before you do supply and demand. But the helicopter's just way quicker. We're going to skip that phone call, and we're going to do Sir Yes Sir, which is another... There's a lot of interesting, like, AI moments in this game where I just question the sanity of these AI. Like, in this, you jack a tank, and you shoot the gunner, and the army people are just like, whoa, where did that come from? And then you just jump in the tank, and you're off to the races. And it makes no sense.
And like, to be clear, it's not like we're, doing that from a stealthy position. We're just going to walk up to the tank.
Yeah. So here I'm going to make we're done with the clothes replay. We're going to make a property replay, which again will come in handy later on. So yeah, this is like sort of like the middle game. I'm a lot less on a timer here, so I'm a lot less stressed.
Yeah.
Then yeah, in the end game, there's a couple of like things that if they go wrong, I have a save for the last mission in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, it can get very hectic. And it's sort of like I was saying before, like when one thing starts going wrong, it does add up very, very quickly not because of the immediate effects, but because of all the knock-on effects of things that have been set up. Anyway, here's the tank.
And we got a big gun here, and we just sort of take out the gunner. We just sort of run up.
No one cares.
No one cares. And then once you get in, they go, oh, there's a civilian in the tank.
Yeah. And now you're in a tank. And so obviously in GTA 3, Vice City, tanks are just basically invulnerable. So to try and like rush you along, there's a bomb that's about to go off if you don't, if you do nothing. You also notice the ever-classic Grand Theft Auto shoot the tank behind you. So when you shoot the tank gun, it does actually propel. But if you shoot backwards, obviously you get propulsion forwards.
Another interesting AI thing. The moment I get anywhere near this garage, they're like, it's okay. We just lose all of our wanted stars.
Can't find them. Can't be bothered looking for the tank.
So I'm going to do these, I'm going to do a thing here called glitching cars where if I had Clubhu on the mic, he can explain sort of how it works a lot better because he's into game development and I'm not.
Yeah, I don't know, clue. But my understanding is too many car equal no more car.
Yeah. Essentially, what we're doing is we're. Hello?
Taking a phone. No, you're not taking a phone call.
I'm trying. There we go. So we're loading the cars into RAM, which stops cars spawning.
I'm in the middle of something. What do you want?
Get out of the car.
There we go. Okay.
Get out of the car.
So get out of the car.
What if my best friend was in the car?
Get out of the car. So yeah, you can't see the immediate effects now, but like within the next couple of missions, you'll go, Jimmy is encountering a lot less traffic, and by a lot less, I mean probably one car every now and again.
Yeah, as I said, the easiest way to explain it is, too many cars in game equal no more of that. No more cars.
Again, it's just replay shenanigans.
So many shenanigans.
But that was actually surprisingly way quicker than I usually do there, so that's good. Yeah, the best amount to do there is 4 glitch cars. I think I got 4.
I think you got 4.
It may have been 3. That last one might not have. I think it was like the second one may not have actually probably glitched. But here goes the second time where we finish a call and then immediately walk into the place where the person's calling from. Because it's Ken Paul at the club here, and he's like, "I'll see you soon, my friend," and then you immediately walk into the mission marker. This might be another good spot for some donos.
I'd say so. Just fly to the next mission.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So we have $40 from Nads, who just says, "Oh my God, KZ." And I would just quickly like to remind everyone that we do have some prizes for this event. So if you donate at least $10, you're going to be eligible to win one of 8 Landfall game bundles comprising of 3 of their greatest hits: Cluster Truck, Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, and Nightfall. And for those within Australia, if you donate $20 or more, you'll go into the running to win a pair of HyperX Cloud earbuds. If you donate $40 or more, you'll also be in the running to win one of 2 HyperX Cloud 2 gaming headsets, which I'm wearing right now and are super comfy. All right, back to you.
Yeah, I've got Cloud 2s at home, and they're very good.
So do I now.
Oh yeah, so do you.
So do I. I got the wireless though.
Yeah, you got I think they're called the Cloud Alphas, and they're really good.
Yeah,
I do like the. Okay, we're gonna touch down safely here because there was a clip when I first started running the game where I said, "Man, I really love the helicopter," and then immediately got the helicopter into a spin and it exploded, and I ate my words like immediately.
Yeah. So we also need to be very careful here that we don't accidentally shoot Lance, because we can shoot Lance. Lance dies.
Fails the mission.
Fail the mission. We all cry. We commiserate. Don't have time for that.
So here I'm going to take a specific route to not get Lance stuck in the hangar, and also I'm going to just hold shift instead of tapping it because Lance can't keep up with Tommy when he's turbo sprinting like he does. See, Lance is already here. We're going to take him to the hospital. A lot of this sort of mid-game is just get in helicopter, go to mission marker, mission passed, next mission.
Helicopter's very powerful, just in case that wasn't blindingly obvious. This will also be a good chance to quickly just explain. So that this category, I'm pretty sure it's specifically called any % no SSU. So that categorization is because there is a specific glitch called SSU, unsurprisingly, in any %, which makes the run about, what's the word? It's like 8 minutes or something.
I think it's 8 minutes at the moment.
Yeah, 8 minutes. It's ridiculously... I think stupid is a pretty good explanation of it. Like, you basically perform a set of actions which is seemingly random, and then you're at the last mission of the game. And that's just it.
Yeah.
And then the game's over.
It has to do with a lot of, like, loading certain... It's like... From what I can gather from watching the video, yeah, it's an 8-minute category, and KZ has an hour and 10-minute video explaining how the actual category works. And it's like, from what I can glean from that video, it's sort of like seeding happens in like something like Silent Hill 2, where it's like the frame that you start the game on is the seed for the RNG within the game. And it sort of seems the same way in SSU, where the variables and frames that you do certain actions on load into the code, and if you load the right variables into the code, you will end up in the last mission.
Yeah. So the funny story about that, what I was saying is really cool. I was actually learning Vice City any %, and I'd finished learning it. I'm like, that's fantastic. I'm going to start runs tomorrow. And then SSU was discovered overnight and got posted about. And I was like, what?
There's a version in San Andreas as well, but I don't think it's actually a category at the moment. Where I don't think it's exactly SSU, but it's essentially the same sort of thing. Where it's like it's a bunch of variables that get loaded in, and you're just at the last mission, and it's insane. I think they got it down to 15.
Sorry, I
think I think Joshima's did like a 15-minute run or something like that. So it's gonna be interesting because I don't have the
bigger gun.
Shoot! There we go.
Right.
So I'm just gonna clip in here.
Just by running.
Just by running at a certain angle. There we go.
So got around,
he is now defenseless, so I can just... Oh no, he is dead. So usually I would chainsaw him through the wall, but I don't have the chainsaw. So yeah, so now this is now our mansion. We can now start doing missions for this, which we immediately start. I think I get health for this one.
I would get health. If personally.
Personally, yeah. I'm trying to think. I can get body armor at the ammunition.
Oh, that's fine then.
That should be fine.
Yeah, a bit of a buffer. Because so this mission is basically we shoot a bunch of windows.
Yeah.
Because anyone knows that if a shop front doesn't have windows, the owners just get really scared. The shop front windows have a 25% chance. I think it's 25.
I think it's 25. Yeah.
25, approximately 25, let's say. Percent chance for every bullet that hits, the window has a 25% chance to break. So we're just going to use fast-firing weapons and SMGs, just go around and shoot all the windows. But we get a lot of wanted level, or at least a reasonable amount of wanted level. And this does mean that there are going to be police in the mall. It's going to start getting quite hectic. So 56 health is like quite a low number. And usually we have like almost a full like 200.
Yeah.
Because usually we wouldn't get gunned down by the Ruger-wielding gentleman in front of the Diaz's mansion.
Yeah, usually it's a lot quicker when I have the oh, hang on, I should be using this.
Yeah.
When I have the chainsaw, because I just chainsaw those two. Oh God! Hello.
Oh, you are about to be beat. Oh no!
What? What?
You just got beat up.
What?
So now we're in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah.
No, you can.
Hang on. Let me see what I've got here.
Oh, you've got rub out.
Yeah, I do.
That's really funny.
God, I'm so smart.
And also this shows, yeah, see, we got extra health.
Oh, look,
as well.
I've got the chainsaw.
Oh,
look
there we go. Never would have thought about it.
God, I'm so smart, rich, and handsome.
And rich?
And rich. Oh, I don't have the helicopter. That's
you fool.
I'm an absolute fool. This is okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Just take a car. She'll be right.
But I know I can.
Oh, cause do you want it for? Yeah, we're gonna need. We need the Sparrow with Sparrow.
I know what I can do here.
Yeah,
no, I'm not gonna go to the Sparrow. I'm going to go back to the news building.
Oh, nice.
Pick it up and just go straight. That should be fine.
She'll be right. Because we do very much want the helicopter, and we want it specifically in the location where Jimmy parked it on that previous attempt, because that is going to come in handy later for a very sneaky mission.
God,
that shall not be named.
I love GTA Vice City.
I love GTA Vice City. Since we're driving somewhere, it might be time for some messages.
Absolutely. We have a few donations piling up, so that's great. We have $20 from Gary Kuwanga.
That's a man!
Gary Kuwanga? That's a man! That's just a picture of a man!
Yeah. Wait, is that Prince?
He's an associate of Prince? If anyone has not seen that video, look up on YouTube, Obscure Muppets Smash or Pass.
You don't even need to, you could just type in Gary Kuwanga.
Oh, you can actually look up just Gary Kuwanga.
It's the top result.
It's the top result. It's like, it is such a funny video. It gets me every time.
It's so good.
You could, if you've got any more.
Yeah, by all means.
I'm just trying to get rid of the giggles right now. All right, We've got $20 from Supercop as well, who says put this towards the next incentive, which we're going to put it towards Kiwi, which has $680 or $660 left to play the game in Italian, which could be very interesting. So feel free to keep those donations coming in for that.
Yes, the runners I heard on Twitter are reportedly, I forget the exact quote, but to paraphrase, horrified of the idea of running the game in the wrong language, because it does rely on the language as to what you do.
Okay.
So we shall see how that goes. If that incentive's met, get those donations coming in.
Let's try this again without a cop just spawning on top of me.
And beating you to death. Actually, no, you didn't get beat. You just get beat down. So the way busting works, just for the sake of explaining, is if you're on the ground and a cop is just there, as long as they have a gun... Actually, it might not even work that way in Vice City.
I think it's just if they're like next to you.
Yeah, if they're just a cop, I think, yeah. Because I know San Andreas is weird, 'cause, like, they have to have a gun. And if they don't have a gun, they can't arrest you.
Oh, yeah, that seems...
If I remember correctly, it's been a long time. Not long enough.
So I'm going to body armor. I'm going to grab those grenades that I was talking about earlier.
But yeah, so if you're on the ground and they point their gun at you, you are busted. You have no chance. So it's the same with, like, for example, you fall off a bike. If you just fall down generally. So yeah, having a wanted level and, like, falling down is dangerous times.
Okay, so I'm going to...
So yeah, we need the range of the rifle. The SMG actually just doesn't have the range. I noticed there's a lot of cops just, like, firing in. Hence why we want some health.
Yeah, and they just sort of shoot over you for the most part. So yeah, I'm going to use that the rental replay here to do Cherry Popper's ice cream. And an interesting thing happens here where it still thinks I'm in the mall, but I'm not in the mall, so it doesn't load any assets except for further away ones. So I've just got to sort of drive somewhat blind here. Oh, I'm going to have to re-glitch cars.
Oh yeah, you do not have glitch cars.
I do not have glitch cars, because that happens... Oh. This is okay.
So wait, who's the mall master?
You.
No, you're the mall master.
Okay, fantastic. Should be getting a call here? Or not?
Maybe not. You might have already, on this save, you might have already taken the Avery carry. Because it's Avery telling you about
it's
property.
Ken. It's this one.
Oh, I guess you
I've
you have it. Somehow?
This is so odd, man.
don't, yeah.
This run is cursed.
Yeah, this is the common, and this also was something that always happened to me when I was doing GTA. It's like, as soon as you load a save, you have no clue what's going on. Because when you're in the run, you're like, oh yeah, I know I've taken that phone call, I got that gun, and you're like, well, I made this save like 40 years ago.
Yeah.
This doesn't exist in my brain anymore.
It's interesting.
But, look, when it comes down to it, as long as the missions are spawning and everything's where it should be, she'll be right.
Sure.
She'll be right.
Well,
you took a big hit.
Yeah, I did. But yeah, as I said, we have a keep your friends close save.
Yeah, at the absolute worst, we'll be able to see the end of the game.
And honestly, it'll almost be poetic, the fact that the 2 times that the 3D GTAs have been run at ASM, they've been absolutely horrifying runs.
Well, this has been going pretty well.
It's been going... It hasn't been going as poorly as San Andreas, I'll give you that.
Nice.
But it's been going pretty rough. Tommy, hello? Okay.
Alright, so the bar guy's just like, oh, it's these people. We're gonna go beat some more people up. By beat them up, we mean throw grenades into their compound.
Yeah. I'm going to do another interesting thing after I throw these grenades and such, where if I crouch in the middle of the road, Tommy doesn't move. Because in this cutscene here, Tommy actually moves towards the compound. But if I just sort of run here and then just crouch, I'm just crouched in the middle of the road, which means that I'm now set up to take down these 2 motorcycle cops. With this bad boy here, 1.
Nice.
Oh,
nice,
I got
nice.
it. Nice.
That's what.
I thought he got away from me a bit.
Yeah, no, that's.
Oh!
I was about to say that was really good. That was
good.
Great gameplay. Harder than it looks. Bang.
I like it wasn't even the cop that knocked me off. It was the light post.
Which is good because Otherwise, there may have been some Super Cop returns.
Yeah, interesting individual.
Yeah, so for those who don't know, if you hit a cop car with your vehicle, you are basically just gonna be wanted. They're not happy about you, but you can bump anyone else in the game. Like, you can absolutely T-bone another car and just write it off completely, and the cops will not care. But as soon as it's a cop car, you dent the paint, and that's it. You are done for.
Oh, Copland is going to be interesting with no glitch traffic.
Yeah.
So another interesting thing about me technically being in the mall is during Copland, I'm supposed to be when I'm in the mall, I'm supposed to be dressed as a cop. Because it thinks that I'm in the mall and I'm not dressed as a cop, I'll immediately get 5 stars. And because I've got no glitch traffic, I'm going to have to contend.
Yeah, so the law here is that your compatriot has put a bomb in the mall, but it hasn't gone off. So now you've got to like go manually set it off.
No!
Oh, no, you're all right. You're all right.
This is not good.
So driving on... Jimmy's going to make it look somewhat easy, but no. Funnily enough, driving on 0 tires is about as easy as it sounds.
I'm going to get busted here.
You are going to be absolutely loony died.
This is going to be a real bust and makes me feel good moment. Get on, Lance. Lance.
So we do need Lance.
Lance.
Where
Lance is on the ground.
Where is he?
Get on
there he is.
Get on the bike, idiot. Oh my god, there is chaos.
All right. Good dodge, good dodge.
Ah!
Oh god.
What is going on?
So you can't re-lose your tires.
I'm a bit
That's unfortunate.
Oh god.
Um.
What saves do I have here?
Yeah, this is definitely
I got an end of Copland one.
Yeah, it might be worth it.
So
Copland's crap anyway.
Copland's an awful mission.
Rubbish.
Oh, this is cool.
Yeah, because this is directly after Copland.
Yeah, this is the Insta passes. Yeah, cool.
Okay, so Copland sucks. We don't care about Copland.
So I'm going to glitch some cars.
GG
again
next.
whilst I'm waiting. Yeah, GG go next. So yeah, after Copland, we finished the Vassetti estate missions, which means that's an asset that has been finished. So in this game,
go off.
So go off. In this game, there are, I think you have to do 7 assets.
7. Yes, that sounds right. And Vassetti Mansion's one of them.
Yeah. Cherry Poppers Ice Cream's another one. Sunshine Auto's another one.
Then it's what, the Kaufman.
I don't remember.
Money Printer. I'm gonna try and remember them all.
Yeah.
Pole Position's one. The Docklands.
Yep. But yeah,
we're doing stuff, and I'm just gonna pretend that I remember them all, but don't have enough time to talk about them because we've got to do these Insta passes.
Yeah. So basically, here I'm going to glitch a bunch of cars, and I'm going to do what's known as an Insta pass, which, okay, that's okay. Come on.
Nope.
Yep. Cool. Okay. So just there, I'm just doing a bit more on mission 0 stuff, as I'm about to do Spilling the Beans, which is a normal mission, and then we start the Insta passes. But what the Insta passes do is I just keep doing Cherry Poppers Ice Cream, and it just keeps putting the ticker of the assets up to 7, basically. Yeah, Vassetti's estate is one.
Money Printers.
Money Printers.
And then we do 5 Cherry Poppers.
Yeah.
I mean, who wouldn't want to own 5 ice creameries? I want to own 5 ice creameries.
I think it'd be an interesting business venture.
I think it'd be interesting business.
Softman's Ice Creams?
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is the anime section where we're just charging down Vice City with a katana. And yeah, so as you can see, there's a lot less traffic on the road because of those glitched cars. Because they've only just been glitched, there are still like a decent amount of cars on the road. But we need the glitched cars for the Capture Collectors mission. Because if the people on the motorbike don't encounter any traffic, they just stop and they don't like actually make it to where they're supposed to go, and we can just run up and kill them. But yeah, this one's another one where it's just sort of on a timer, so I've just got to sort of get it right. that Copland save that I just saved that I just loaded was the only save I have for like if I mess up the insta passes. So you might see this mission once again when I try the insta passes again, and then if not, keep your friends close, baby. Now this is just a bit of routing upwards and then running into there, and we
Perfect.
it's a bit of a Joker moment. We hit him with a katana and he tells us everything. We just sort of jump down here, and we're just fine. We've got body armor, so you know
That's
it
how
protects
legs
the
work.
knees. Whoa!
Bit spooky there.
Bit spooky. Okay, so I'm gonna take a route here that actually gets rid of my 2 stars. One here, and then one just through this part here. Make sure no traffic comes and just T-bones me, because I've had that before in runs where because of the glitch traffic, there's just one car that just comes through there, and I just T-bone them, and it is not a good time. So I'm going to make another replay here on the save icon, and you'll see the effects of that later. So the phone's going. I'm going to walk into here, which passes the mission. And whilst the phone's going, I'm going to start the next mission. So this is the Instapass part. I'm going to shut up and try and do it, and Softman's going to explain what an Instapass is.
Yeah, so the short version, because I remember all the details, and I'm sure that Jimmy will chime in once he's done with anything I've missed, is we're going to come over here to Cherry Poppers. So we're currently on a mission, but we're on mission 0. So we're going to get in the Cherry Poppers van. This starts the ice cream mission. We want to get on the bike at the same time we tap the replay, which respawns our
1
save. And then that's going to get us to a point where we're now on mission 0 again. So now we've got another instance of hit the courier. And we're just going to do that again. And once we sort of bunch all these up, we're actually just going to do the mission. And then it will give us all the credits, basically. So I think actually specifically it's giving credit for... Oh, no, it is giving credit for Cherry Poppers, because we're also doing the... Oh, that's a bit spooky.
So because that happened, I have to hold the call and teleport back, and as I jump into here, I let go of the call.
Yeah, so there is a... Essentially, there's a backup.
Okay, 2.
2.
Thank you, because I always lose count.
Yeah. So yeah, so even if... So what Jimmy's doing does have to be very quick. Because if it's not very quick, you don't have the right timings, but there is a backup. So that's one of the ones that you just did there. So we're going to start, get out, get right on, and that should be good. That looked... Well, so we're going to hold the call.
Sort of. There we go.
And then... Yep.
3.
3. It's also a bit weird because you realize we're getting the same call, even though we've answered the call. Don't ask. I have no idea. That shouldn't work, but it does. So that's fantastic.
There is a subset. So in the tutorial for this game, English Ben talks about there is a subset of people within the community that they call code monkeys, and they're the people that actually reverse engineer the code and learn how the actual game works, and then it just lets the speedrunners do what they do best, and that's run the game. 4, baby! Okay, so we're on our last one now.
Yep. So one more.
Didn't think I'd get this far, so I haven't really done a lot of endgame
No,
practice.
stop talking. So now, because of what happened earlier, we now need to use the hold each time. We can't just go to the quicker one, but that's fine. It's not a big deal.
5.
So that was the super dangerous bit out of it.
Yeah, that was the bit that I would have had to reload to save, do it again, do it again.
So, like, Jimmy's making jokes about not having much endgame practice, but I wanted him to hold off until he actually got it, because I was waiting for him to just absolutely brick the 5th one. Just absolutely brick it.
So, yeah, coming up here is, like, an interesting, like, mission. I can also fail this mission for multitudes of different reasons as well. There's an interesting part here where like I skip dialogue by getting. So when you're in a call, no one will aggro you because you're in a call. You're defenseless. You don't have any guns. Usually.
Yeah.
So as you can see, they're shooting at me now. I'm going to get out. I'm going to get a call here. I'm going to glitch the call. I'm going to skip lines of dialogue.
Private business, you're not welcome. Private business, you're not welcome.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Private business, you're not welcome.
I don't quite get you.
Private business, you're not
Get used to this. It's going to be...
Okay, I think that should be it.
I should do it.
But yeah, so I can just walk through here, and they're just not going to shoot me because I'm defenseless. But does a man with an M4 look like he's defenseless?
No.
Yeah.
Man, in fact, they're quite defense-full.
Defense-full. I'm quite whelmed right now.
Thoroughly whelmed.
Do you hear me?
I hear you, Tommy, but I can't take this much more.
Lance, don't be like this. Now I'm warning you. Do you hear me?
So we need to... Oh, no. Alright, so they can...
Whoa!
What? Big shotgun.
Oh! Whoa,
You're
no!
alright. You're alright. You're alright. You're alright. Easy game. Easy game. Easy game. Easy game.
They can shoot out my tires here, though.
No, they can't.
No, they can't.
No,
they
no!
can! They can, Softman! It is possible!
I was lying to try to make you feel better.
It's okay. We're...
Yeah, it's fine. It's completely fine. So yeah, we'll do a quick little sneaky.
It's me, Lance.
Okay.
Shut there, Tommy, 'cause I ain't got no time to talk. I ain't interested in what you gotta say. Why should I...
So there's 2 mission markers here, so I've got to jump through them so that it doesn't activate the mission again.
Yeah. You know? Hey, Tommy, man, look, hey, I'm sorry. It's just that people patronize me all my life.
Okay, Primworks is done. So we're coming up on the last, like, 2 or so missions. Yeah, it's starting to get a bit stressful. So we just got to wait here for a second, probably do another donation if possible. We're just waiting on a phone call, and I'll take the phone call and all will well.
Absolutely. So we have $20 from the Dice Master. I've increased the value of one donation to a donation. Now, in order to receive a donation, you must have a donation.
Donation.
No, start again. Again, that's another, like, if any of you guys have heard of Auntie Donna, they have an amazing video called Explaining Board Games to Your Friends, and that's what this whole bit's from, and it's unhinged, but so funny. So yeah, because we've glitched the cars here, these guys just sort of get here and then just don't know what to do. So they just sort of sit here, and I'm going to attempt something here. It's going to be a bit rough, I think. I don't think I've got.
No, I don't think so either.
So you can do a bit of, again, replay shenanigans there where you can actually just shoot them through the wall. I've got to be really careful on this bike.
Forgot about the tire.
It's only the back tire, so... But what I can do is I think I can actually just steal this motorbike.
That should be fine, yeah. I mean, it's only a Sanchez, but Sanchez are fine.
So I'm just going to...
Yeah, so the law here is that Sonny, the mafia from up north, who sent you down here in the first place, found out you basically just taken over the entire town, and they're like, hang on, we want a cut of that. We sent you down here to expand down here. Alright, since you're not going to come nicely, we're just going to send some people around to basically just extort all your businesses. And obviously you're not happy with that, because law
Nice!
reasons. That was good.
That was really good. See, those guys are smart. Both of them had guns.
Yeah, they're rare.
Yeah. They breed them different up north, I guess.
Yeah, must be a northern mafia thing to actually have guns.
In the region of the North Mafia. Otherwise, it's just sparkling gangs. Whoa! Yeah, so these guys are really bad at driving, so you can just sort of...
Oh, no.
What?! I don't understand this game.
I was about to say the M4s. So M4s do a lot of damage.
They do.
Fortunately, we're fine. Like, because we've already done all the insta passes, all that's still done. We are probably going to need a weapon.
Yeah, which means we have to go up north. How are we looking on... Capture Collectors isn't a great mission, so we're just gonna do these ones.
Like, to be clear, all you would have seen is just more of what you just saw.
I just would have killed those guys and then would have come to the mansion here. So yeah, now I'm gonna take this call.
Tommy, it's Lance. We got big problems. Come down here right away.
GTA 3D GTAs are just cursed at ASM. So yeah, this is keep your friends close. So this has an interesting mechanic. So if I don't touch my mouse here, no enemies spawn until the designated enemies spawn. So I can just walk here and just sort of chill for a minute and a half.
You can do it if enemies spawn, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's just you jerk. you bastard. You're such a bastard. Softman is just getting... Okay, so this is just... I know exactly what this is. This is Softman getting back at me for sitting in Discord and laughing at his San Andreas run. I didn't mean it, man. I didn't mean it. There's so many people. There's so many people.
Hey, I confirmed before I moved that mouse.
Oh... Okay, I'm going to do what's called a pro gamer move and not die to this.
Yeah, so there's lots of health and ammo here, so I wouldn't be too stressed if I was Jimmy.
Yeah.
Unless you get gunned.
Yeah, I'm not stressed. What would make you ever think I'm stressed?
The reason why we could just sit there is there's no actual, like, reason to be killing people. You basically just have to hide and then be there. And then Lance spawns. Like, she'll be right.
I knew it. Immediately as you said that, I was like...
I'm surprised you didn't, like...
This guy is immediately going to grab...
Absolutely.
Okay, that was actually really optimal. I'm going to run and grab more health, though. And just sort of bunker down in here for a sec. Oh, yeah, I could do it if you move the mouse. I'm good at this game.
Exactly.
Silly.
So once again, we don't actually need to be killing anyone. We just need to wait for Sonny to come along, and then we'll...
This should
and Sonny's
be
thinking
long enough.
Yeah, you should be alright.
It was not long enough.
It's not long enough.
Let's just sort of run around. So you actually like you do get a generous amount of like health here.
There we go.
Like every sort of phase of this boss fight, you get a full amount of armor and a full HP bar. So it's just sort of chilling. But yeah, we've got the giant gun here, and we're just gonna, instead of using the revolver, I'm just going to, and time is coming up. And time. Oh. Thank you so much to everyone. I did come in underestimate.
Yes!
That was all of this was intended. I'm actually a giant brain speedrunner. But no, going through shoutouts real quick. Like shout out the GTA community. Shout out actually to KZ Fruit. I was gonna say this. KZ Fruit just retired from like speedrunning. And he's like the reason I got into Vice City. So yeah, shout out to that guy. And yeah, shout out to all the ASM staff and everything. It's been amazing. This is just, you know, we're a big gangster now. We can do it on our own. And Ken Rosenberg is just being a bit of a snake and stuff. You get to see him in San Andreas, which means you could probably go and watch Softman's San Andreas run in 2 parts on the ASM YouTube channel. To see how that game goes.
Goes fine. Don't know what you're talking about.
But thank you, everyone. Cheers.